parents realized I cried diamonds when I was a baby. They were curious about why, but couldn't ask anyone because they couldn't risk having people find out about it. They were too worried that I'd be kidnapped if it were known that I cried diamonds. That's why they made a plan to protect me. Obviously, I used to cry a lot when I was a baby. They saved every piece of diamond that came out of my eyes. At the end of 2 years, they sold all of them off to buy an island. Yes, that was their plan. To live a quiet life on an island in the middle of the ocean away from prying eyes. When I was little, my mom was my only friend, which was enough for me. But as I got older, not having friends around began weighing down on me. I was making up imaginary friends for myself, but it was, of course, awkward for a teenager to not have friends. One day I shared this with my parents. I told them, I don't want to live in isolation anymore. Please, let's move to the city. Let me go to a normal school and have friends my age. My dad got angry. Maria, are you out of your mind? That would be too risky. Please, don't even mention this again, he yelled. I was really sad when I heard that. I began to sob. My dad shrieked with joy when he saw me crying. He grabbed a bag and began collecting all the tiny pieces of diamond that were dropping out of my eyes. I couldn't stop myself even though I was annoyed by what he was doing. I cried for some time. In the following days, my dad came to my room frequently. We're going to live on this island until the end of our lives, he said, bursting out in laughter. I began sobbing, and he got himself a small fortune every time. My mom finally realized he was doing this to make me cry. One night, they got in a huge fight. Do you realize that you are making our own daughter cry? I can't let that happen. Maria and I are moving to New York. I'll do my best to give her the life she's dreaming of, she said. Of course, my dad opposed it, but Mom had made up her mind. After a long fight, he had to accept it. Okay, but I'll come with you. We have to protect Maria. You know what might happen if they find out she cries diamonds, he said. That night marked a turning point in my life. We moved to New York shortly after. Dad rented an apartment for us. My school was close to our place, but he was still worried. That's why he did something I didn't like. He hired a security company. I had to go to school with 2 bodyguards. Dad, this is so embarrassing. They should at least leave me at the door. I don't want them to come into the school, I objected. But my dad had no intention of listening to me. I talked to the principal. The bodyguards will be with you wherever you go, including in classes. End of discussion. Or we go back to the island, he said.